YouTube, last night was Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory. I thought it was a really good show. Had a little bit of a controversy, but we saw some great actions, champions crowned, and The Rock was there. So I want to talk about today, but before we get to that, I gotta shout out 3 people who commented on the last video.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm.
And if you want to be shouted out in the next video, in the comments down below, let me know what you thought of Bound for Glory. The show opened up for the X Division Championship in the 6-way scramble, and I thought it was going to be like a WWE type of scramble match, but instead it was more like a 6-pack challenge, as in just everyone gets in there and just fight. I thought it was a great way to open the show. It really showed how stacked the Impact Wrestling X Division roster is. Everyone in the match at one point had a moment to shine, and personally, I think the MVP of this match was TJP. At one point, the dude had 3 different guys in 3 different submissions. How? Jordan being in this match felt absolutely perfect. It didn't feel like she was the girl, like they were trying to baby and nurture her. She got in there and she was clubbing blows. She was hitting Raju with these clotheslines that looked like JBL was in there. But the funniest part to me was when Jordan would always get in there with Rohit, that he would just keep screaming equality, 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 before eventually getting the win. The next match was the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, which was won by Rhino, which means that Rhino's not fired, and Heath Slater, or he's now officially part of the Impact Wrestling roster. That means they could possibly go for the tag team titles, or maybe Rhino wants to be a little selfish, and that's okay, big fella. He can go for that world championship. But why was the MVP of this match Brian Myers? Like, what? Ain't this dude in WWE on a losing streak? He was in Impact just eliminating people like Roman Reigns. Like, dude. Okay. There was a couple shots in this match as well, as Daivari was in there. Wasn't expecting that. That was really cool. Hornswoggle was there, or Swoggle. That's always great to see. Love Swoggle. And also the return of the Cowboy James Storm. Like, whoa. And I don't know if that's one-off or maybe he's come back full-time, but seeing James Storm under that Impact Wrestling banner again was just a lot of fun to see. Also gotta give props to Tommy Dreamer, who paid homage to Road Warrior Animal, who passed away this year by coming out with a shaved head and the face paint. I thought that was really cool, really sweet moment, and you just love to see it. Next up, Moose beat EC3 in a cinematic Fight Club match. I don't know exactly if it had a stipulation on it, but that's what the match was. And it was weird because, like, that's kind of EC3's stipulation. Like, I like the idea of the cinematic Fight Club. It was better than Raw Underground by all means. It was like EC3's match, and he lost it. And that was like his first real match back in Impact Wrestling. And he lost it. Maybe that's his last appearance in Impact Wrestling, because he did recently debut for Ring of Honor. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just done there. But if he's not, why did he lose? Before we got to Ken Shamrock versus Eddie Edwards, we actually saw the Hall of Fame induction of Shamrock, where he was inducted by, I don't know, probably the most famous professional wrestler of all time, Hollywood's biggest mega draw, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We actually just saw The Rock in TNA. We just saw The Rock in TNA. 2020 is summed up in this graphic. This was not made by a fan. This was made and shown by Impact Wrestling that The Rock would be appearing. That is crazy. Yeah, I know it's just a Hall of Fame induction, it's not that deep, but still, somehow he still manages to promote his tequila at the same time. And like, well, I'm not surprised, took this opportunity to talk about how to make money. Then we saw Shamrock take on Edwards, and I'm happy Shamrock got the win. I mean, he's had such an underrated career his entire life in professional wrestling, and maybe in MMA as well, that it was good that The Rock was the guy to induct him, to get more eyes on the fact that Ken Shamrock is someone to be taking your eye to. Like, you should be watching Ken Shamrock. You should go back and watch some Ken Shamrock. Like, the dude is impressive. He's a world's dangerous man for a reason. My favorite match of the night, the fatal 4-way for the World Tag Team titles. We saw the North actually regain the championships, my boys. Let's go. I'm assuming Motor City Machine Guns are probably done in Impact Wrestling. I mean, Saban's more of a backstage guy now, and Alex Shelley didn't even get in the match. He got booted in the head. So, I'm pretty sure they're done. And I'm just so shocked to see the North actually get the dub. Like, they're the champs again. I hope they have another, like, year-long reign, because they deserve it. Next up, I'm just mad about this stuff. For real, like, off. What happened? Deanna Purrazzo, who still should be the champion, defended her title against Su Yung. Where the was Kylie, bro? Getting a little angry. My bad. Where was she? I saw on Twitter that it might be like an injury, or it might have been like a corona issue. So if that's the case, I don't know what's actually true or what's not. If that's the case, or some personal matter came up, I hope she's doing better. I hope she's healing. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery, etc. But it just felt like we were promoted a match that they knew wasn't gonna happen. Maybe that's not the truth. Maybe that's not true at all. But I felt like we were just promoted a match that wasn't gonna take place regardless. I felt kind of duped. Like, did y'all really promote this match knowing it wasn't gonna happen? Did y'all know she was already injured? Or maybe she had the virus. I hope she doesn't have the virus. But did y'all notice beforehand? If that's not the case, then okay, whatever. Stuff happens. But like I was duped. I felt a little bamboozled. Like, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Like, that's the match I turned a pay-per-view on for. I wanted to watch this match. This is why I invested my weekend into watching. It hurts. It's like a bad breakup. You're like, you just want them back. And they just keep doing you dirty. I also have no complaint about Su Yung getting the championship. I mean, she is well deserving of it. She's been killing it with Susie. She's been killing it with Su Yung. She's very talented. I met her before. She's like the nicest lady in the world. But also was announced after this that there's gonna be knockout tag team championships, and it's not given to Deonna and Kimberly. I'm gonna be upset. It really should be given to them. She deserves it, bro. And in the main event, this match was really good. I don't know why I wasn't expecting a good match out of this. Like, Eric Young is by far one of these most underrated workers in the business. Like, he is so good, and Rich Swann is as well. I'm just so shocked that Rich Swann is actually the Impact Wrestling World Champion. Whoa! I was counting him out. I'm gonna take my L on that one. Let's draw it together. I was counting him out. I did not think Rich had a shot. I did not think there was a possibility that he would be world champion. I just didn't. And I'm so happy I'm wrong. Like, I'm very happy I'm wrong. And now he's the world champion. This is crazy. Like, I'm so happy for Rich. Like, the dude deserves it. He's such a hard worker. His story of coming up and like both his parents passing away, living in Baltimore. Baltimore ain't the safest area in the world either, bro. Like, I can't think of a more deserving person on the roster to win that championship. I'm just so happy for him. Like, the dude deserves it. Him and his wife are both champions now. He's married to Su Yung. They're both champions, which is really cool. There's gonna be a lot of gold up in that household. You can't look at this picture and just not smile. Like, you just can't not smile. Like, the dude's worked so hard. He's had such a hard time. Like, he deserves that, bro. Like, he deserves that. But yeah, guys, that's the results, the highlights in my review of Impact Wrestling Bound for Glory. I thought it was a great show. Yeah, the Kylie thing is a little upsetting, and I'm not sure what really happened with that, but it was a great show. In the comments down below, let me know what you thought about Bound for Glory, and I might shout you out in the next video. So make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we outie.
We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.